We got another notable one. We'll speedrun it. I want to see the intro though. What's this new? That's a good
time playing any noting, it may have had to not the case. The design they've gone with has the more generic and bland stats at the beginning of the tree near the starting locations, but as you branch out towards the outer edge of the tree, you begin to find some very interesting specialized nodes.
That kind of makes sense actually, right? That's such a kind of like smart design. That's kind of smart design, isn't it? Yeah. Because then it forces you into an archetype. So, like, you know, you could look at a heat map of a tree, yeah, versus... Because it's weird, in the PoE 1, you have, like, the interior zone, which is very potent, very powerful nodes. Yeah, actually, that kind of makes sense. But because there's no interior anymore, well, the interior's got the circumference is far larger than before, because instead of being in the middle, you're further out. So there's more weight to moving around the tree there. But then again, you can just cut through a lot faster now. So, I don't know. Maybe the net result is very similar.
Some of which are more akin to keystones than a normal notable in PoE 1, and others just have some insane stats on them. In this first video, we'll be looking at some nodes in the strength area of the tree, where the warrior starts. Beginning with this one, Unbending, which is located pretty much in the middle of the strength-aligned section of the tree. So, there is actually some increased maximum life on the tree, but
it's... The Scion life wheel, bro. It's the fucking... It's the warrior life wheel, bro. Log in. It's just, this is what we've been reduced to, boys, is a 3.3% life wheel. Oh my god. Do you know what's going to be cool, though, chat? If life is this scarce everywhere... Maybe life is going to feel super good. Do we know what each attribute gives us? Why has no one done that? Why has there not been a single person who's just highlighted over the attributes and just told us what the attributes do? I want to, like, what does strength even do in PoE 2? Does strength give us something? Like, what is it? Wait, what is it? No, because it's different, right? They're talking about differences. Like, ES can get, like, 200% ES in, like, 1 split second. They take like 3 nodes and like that. You're not even playing an ES build in that zone, and you're in the witch area, and you've already got like 500% ES, just passively, just by pathing through your tree.
It's a very, very rare stat. I think I counted a total of perhaps 3 or 4 notables on the entire tree with increased maximum life on them, and this is one of them. So 3% increased maximum life seems weak at first glance, but that's not really the case. You see, in PoE 1, for the average build, life is made up primarily of flat life from levels, flat life from gear, and a small amount of flat life from strength, combined with a large amount of increased maximum life, mostly from the passive skill tree.
250.
An average build may have somewhere between 75 and 150% increased maximum life from the tree. And this stat makes...
Dude, chill with that. Dude, you say 75, bro? Yo, chill, bro. Bro, dude, I don't think I've seen our case log into our build that hasn't got like 275% life, bro. Like, holy, what is this? 75?
Up a huge portion of total life. But in PoE 2, a character's total life will have a very different makeup, instead coming primarily from flat life. There's significantly more flat life coming from strength, 4 times as much, in fact.
Oh, what the fuck? Whoa. Whoa. What? See, wait, why did it take us this long for someone to tell us that? That's a pretty fucking massive change. Because I've been asking, like, well, how the fuck are we scaling life in PoE 2? Now, it's just casually dropped in this video that, oh yeah, by the way, strength gives you 4 times as much flat life.
So characters with a decent amount of strength will be gaining a chunk of flat life from just this stat. There's also still the flat life coming from levels and from gear, which could scale...
Strength stacking? Strength stacking equals 4x life, or base life. Wait, how much is it? Wait, so 4x normal life. So it's 500 strength times by 2. 1,000 life. Bruh. What? How the fuck are we gonna get life? How the fuck are we gonna get life? That's not a ton. That's not a ton. What are you talking about? We just worked this out. And let's say you get 100 life on every single slot in the game. That's going to be like plus... I'm going to have 2.3k life. Yeah, Titan has 20% more life. Yeah, big what, bro? 20% more life. Oh my god, yo, that's crazy, bro. 20% EHP. Bro, Juggernaut in PoE fucking the current game has 900% EHP, bro. It says 900% more life. Okay, that's what Juggernaut has. Juggernaut has 900% more life. Okay? Oh, dude, 20% more life? Oh, shit, bro. Oh, shit, that's... And Daryl, I see it... Obviously, what's I've been saying it multiple times. I'll say it again. PoE 1 is like this, bro. The difference between the squishiest character, bro, in the game, like being here, like a Mathel build, and the tankiest character in the game, this guy's like, 50x is tanky, right? And the difference between a Mathel build on PoE 2 and the tankiest build on PoE 2 is going to be like this. Because we're going to have so much less ability to scale it. And so what this means is when they're designing a boss mechanic, they don't need like, oh, we need a mechanic to kill this guy. They just know, oh, we need mechanics to kill these guys. So you don't have as ridiculous. So it means they can tune mobs more finely because it's going to be far like reduced variance between the tankiest builds and the squishiest builds, because you just can't scale it that hard. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how it's going to be, bro. XX. Oh my god, bro. I mean, that seems kind of like crazy though, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, life builds are scaring me right now. I'm afraid. Unless there's some mechanic where one life point is like 2 times as durable as fucking 1 ES point. Like, how is it gonna be balanced? Like, right? I don't know. Is it like, does 1 life equal like 5 ES or something? Like, is there like some new mechanic in PoE2? Like, does ES do you take 500% more damage when you've got ES instead of life? I don't know how the... Like, what is going on here? I don't know. Dude.
They were higher to offset the loss of the majority of increased maximum life on the tree. This means that any increased maximum life modifiers you obtain will have far more value, as they'll be multiplying against a higher base flat life total.
It's either this. Either life builds are complete dog shit, and ES builds are completely broken, or life builds have just been massively reduced, and then also ES on gear has been massively reduced. So then actually, if everything becomes dog shit, then it's not becoming dog shit, it's just scaling everything down. Right? They're just scaling everything down. But it looks like, from what I'm seeing on the tree, the ES stuff is just crazy. So maybe ES has just had all the numbers on the gear turned way down. So it's far harder. Like, so like a really GG shield, like an insane ES shield's got like 52 ES or something. You know, you've got like, oh shit, I got a triple T1 ES on my shield. It's got 52 ES. You know? Oh, that's like the tier 1 base. And like a fucking ES chest, like in the late game, has got like 100 ES or something. You know? Like, what's... Dev said flat ES is very hard to get. Maybe this... Yeah, well, that's the thing. Or there's like on life gear, like they've added a new prefix in, which is just like % life, and in every single piece of gear now you just have to get % life. I think that'd be stupid, right? That doesn't seem like fun game design because you already have to get flat life. So they have to get flat life and % life on every single piece of gear. Oof.
I expect we'll see some increased maximum life on unique items too, but overall this stat will be much scarcer and more sought after, and I expect to see most warrior builds taking this node. Any life stacking builds, such as the Witch's Blood Mage Ascendancy, will also place high value on this node, but may end up anointing it or instilling it instead.
3% more
Next
life?
up, check out this one, Made to Last.
How good that is.
0.5%.
Well, I'm just not that impressed by that node, bro. I'm gonna be honest, Dreamcore. Speaking as a life Andy, 3% more life, bro. When I'm looking at like EHP nodes, I'm talking like the average EHP per point, you can get like 4 or 5% EHP per point, bro. So 3% more EHP for 1 point, that's questionable. Whether or not you're even going to take that, let alone anoint it. That's insanity. PoE 1 brain. Yeah, dude, call it PoE 1 brain, call it whatever. I mean, dude, I'm just saying, that's a reality. When I'm thinking about an efficient point in PoE 1, I'm thinking 3-4%, you know, even more EHP per point.
Of physical damage prevented from hits in the...
So, like, even, like, if there was a, like, for example, if there was a point in PoE1 that said 3% more life, right? I'm going to be like, okay. Whatever. That's the same. The 3% more life is something like a 10% increased life node, or a 7% increased life node, or something. I'm not gonna anoint 7% increased life ever. Like, it's never happening. What the fuck would I anoint 7% increased life, right? I'm just not gonna do. That's just not gonna happen. It's a new game. Deal with it. Oh my god, bro. We're having a discussion right now. You banned.
Last 10 seconds, regen.
Okay, wait. 0.5% physical damage for 10 minutes in the past 10 seconds. Regenerated life physical. What the fuck? Yo, this is good, bro. This is good. But the jug version of that is bussin'. What does that put? Wait, what is the jug value again? 1.5. Okay. Dude, that's already insane. OP jug regen node equals on tree infinity regen. This node here, okay. This nerfed version, okay, so in PoE1, that shit gets up to like 20k HPS on the regular, right? So then you divide that by 3. That's 6,000 regen per second, right? Okay, I'm just saying, even at if it was ported into PoE1 with PoE1 numbers, with PoE1 skills, with obviously it's PoE2, but what I'm saying is, you get to like 20k regen on a regular with the jug version. So if you just had this node in PoE1, 6k regen still completely fucking broken, bro. Completely broken. But yeah, you probably would die because the amount of self-harm you're inflicting to yourself, and 6k regen wouldn't be enough. So maybe you couldn't get the regen that high in the first place. But then again, if you just had more damage reduction, so I don't know. I'm just saying, keep in mind it's just physical. Yeah. I understand that. Yes, I understand that. You know how trauma works. I don't know if you've heard about this thing called trauma. I'm getting traumatized by chat right now, bro.
Generated as life per second. Seems familiar. Yep, that's a weaker version of the Juggernaut's untiring ascendancy node from PoE1. I was surprised to see this one as a notable on the tree in PoE2, but it's a fun one to have.
Wait, that means Juggernaut's dead, right? Like, if they're putting, like, Jug Ascendancy on the tree, I mean, all they need to do now is just chuck this on. Chuck on Unbreakable. Unbreakable at 1/3 the power, bro, would still be completely broken. Like, if they put Unbreakable on the tree at 1/3 the power, oh my god. Oh my god, bro.
One thing that really stood out to me during my playthrough, and the sentiment that I've heard from others, is that PoE2, at least in the early game, is a war of attrition. Recovery of resources feels incredibly valuable, especially in those boss fights where flask charges can run out quickly. Anytime you're able to save a flask use because of another form of recovery that you have, it feels really good. And recovery generally pairs nicely with the dodge roll, being able to avoid hits while recovering over time from any chip damage you take.
Oh my
it
god.
will be interesting to see how much armor a character chip that pairs nicely with the dodge roll,
look at this
being
gameplay,
able to avoid hits while
what is this?
recovering over time from any chip damage you take.
Shouldn't he knock those little baby gorillas out of the way? I feel like that's stupid. I feel like he should be knocking those baby gorillas. Those baby gorillas should be getting knocked. Jonathan talked about knocking Moz back. Those are baby gorillas. I'm sorry, full-grown man warrior should be able to roll some baby gorillas out of the way.
It will be interesting to see how much armor a character on this side of the passive tree will be able to reasonably achieve, and whether modifiers that provide additional physical damage reduction will still be available, to see just how effective this node can be.
The issue with this node is, basically mapping, your character feels like a god, he's poggers as fuck, he's OP, his recovery's nutty. Nutty recovery. Truly nutty recovery. I'm talking like, because most monsters in the game, you have enough armor to get pure 90% DR, so then you just, 90% of their shit is just getting converted to like a hot, although, whatever, 0.5% of physical damage received from it. You get the idea. The point, what I'm trying to say is here, it feels really, really good. But then you fight a boss that does no fizz, right? And it's pure Ellie, and your recovery that you've based your entire character around, which is like just getting carried by this one node, no longer exists, and your character feels like he's playing Vile Pact or something. It feels awful. Feels real bad. I remember like destroying the entire game, owning, popping off, being like a complete god, and then I fought Maven, And let me tell you, when I fought Maven, it was the worst feeling ever. I was like, she was just owning me with her basic little projectiles because they were just elemental. Did it never happened? Actually, I'm just banning you because I specifically remember this scenario. Yep. 5-day ban, bro, easy. 20% more damage against heavy stun enemies with maces. This seems kind of like maybe for the stun build.
Skullcrusher is located on the outer edge of the tree, and I wanted to highlight this one because of the Titan Ascendancy reveal, which has the same modifier on the Ascendancy at a higher value of 40% more damage on the surprising strength.
They're both multiplicated, by the way. So we're assuming they multiply with each other.
Notable. These modifiers will multiply together to provide an effective 68% more damage against heavy stunned enemies as long as you're using a mace. Overall, the Titan may be a fairly generic and bland ascendancy, especially compared to some of the others, but I think it will feel really nice to play. Being able to stun enemies more often and deal a bunch of damage against those heavy stunned bosses, that's going to be extremely satisfying. Next up, Spike Pit, which...
Jagged ground you create applies 10% increased damage taken to enemies. You know, depending on how much increased damage taken exists. So obviously that looks bad to a lot of people who are new to the game because they see increase and they think increase equals bad. But because you got to remember, debuffs on enemies go into a separate pool to increase to yourself. So then this basically becomes, if you only have one instance of increased damage, this is 10% more damage. But if you've got like Withered, you know, or something, and you're using this as well, then it's going to be far less than 10% damage.
Which is located nearby. This one makes jagged ground you create apply 10% increased damage taken to enemies that are standing on it. Now, I discussed the potential of jagged ground in a previous video, and I think having a bunch of ways to generate and explode jagged ground will be really powerful. And this node only acts as another multiplier to damage, and pairs quite nicely with the aforementioned Titan heavy stun combo. Alright, let's discuss Leech for a moment with these two notables.
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? 50% increase amount of life Leech. Leech life is 20% slower. 20% of life Leech is instant. So this all depends, right? Like, this all depends on how much you leech from the monsters as to how good this is going to be. Like, if you already cap your leech instantly, then that fucking increased life leech is pointless, right? 20% instant leech seems potent regardless, though. Although in saying that, increased amount of life leech, 20% slower, combine that shit with overleech, that just seems kind of like cozy. Like, overleech plus Savoured blood, cozy. Right? Just consistent. It'd be like HP regen, basically, at that point. But then again, wait. Isn't leech only 1 second duration now? So maybe I think this might just be really good for most builds, actually, that are life at leech. Just 20. It's because it's basically 20% more duration, right? On your leech. Wait, actually more than that. But yeah.
Savoured blood, which is located towards the outer edge of the tree, and Voracious, which is located close to the start locations of both the warrior and the mercenary, right between them. Savoured blood just seems extremely strong. In PoE 2, Leech will not have a cap, and is instead limited by your damage and the monster's leech resistance.
What?
We currently don't know...
Wait, what? Wait, there ain't no cap? Wait, there ain't no cap in PoE 2. That seems kind of fucking nuts. Wait, that seems kind of stupid. Wait a minute. I don't like this, actually. Wait, because they're going to balance this shit around softcore builds. They're going to balance this shit around softcore builds, bro. They're going to be like, oh, this boss has to have fucking 99.999% leech resistance because Mathel's got a build that's got 15 million DPS and 1 HP, bro. Therefore, so then you're going to be on an actual ethical build. You're going to hit the monster, and he's going to have 99.999 leech res, and your character's not going to have to leech the mob. He's going to be basically leech immune, and you're not going to heal at all. Versus before was like, as long as you hit a guy, you're going to cap your leech, and you know your maximum is 20% of your life per second or whatever, but, you know, hey... Fuck it. Everyone gets it, so it's balanced. So this is going to create a larger divide between good. Basically, what this the reason why I look at this and that change sounds bad is because this is going to create a greater divide between a good character and a bad character. It's going to exaggerate, right? A good character versus a bad character, and on top of that, it just sounds like you're going to have guys that can leech like millions of life per second. You're going to get some build that just does some stupid amount of damage. And then because it's doing some stupid amount of damage, the leech you generate is just so large that it's just your entire life pool like 5 times over every second. Right? Which that just sounds stupid. That sounds like cheating. Or maybe somehow GGG are going to come up with some 5-head way of perfectly balancing it, and it's going to be perfectly balanced, guys. Maybe it's going to be perfectly balanced.
How long a leech instance will last, but we believe that it may be 1 second due to Harishi's comments during the Zizaran interview. A 50% multiplier on leech recovery is incredible. Meanwhile, the slower expiry of leech would make a 1 second leech last 1.25 seconds, ending with a 20% net recovery increase to the amount of life leeched per second.
Yeah,
but with leech lasting longer, you'll also gain that recovery for longer in situations where you need it. So I feel that in some situations, the downside of this notable is actually an upside.
I much prefer a more consistent heal that's lower.
The power of this node is truly revealed when combined with instant leech, such as the Voracious notable, which makes 20% of leech instant. This portion of instant leech fully benefits from the 50% increased amount of life leeched modifier, and is unaffected by the expiry modifier.
I don't know if that's too much investment, though. I feel like that might be overkill to go both. Speaking as a Slay main overleech gamer, I don't know if that's just overkill.
I think this will feel really nice, having a decent amount of instant leech and slower recovery leech on top.
And you want the overleech wheel as well, which is what I want, right? I want the overleech wheel. Goddamn right I want the overleech wheel.
Okay, I've left these two...
Wait, what? Bro, wait. I mean, this is broken. This is just 90% DR to fire damage. Okay. Okay. All right. Well. Armor builds get free 90% DR to fire damage hits. Pog. Okay, there you go. It's only hits, guys. You can't do it with RF. So it basically it's the Jug node, but on roids. It's like a better version of the Jug node. If you can get all three of these, it's gonna be so broken. By the way, there's no way you can get. There's no you can't get heat proofing, cold proofing, lightning proofing, right? Because if you could, that's like unkillable. That's unkillable. Why 90? Because you can only reduce damage by 90%. So you can only... Okay, why is it 90? So PDR caps at 90%. So 25% of your armor affects the fire damage hit. Your armor can only reduce it by 90%. So, yeah. It just means, basically, you get the value that's reduced. Cold proofing 25% of dex. Yeah, well, chat. Yes, this it's this node. So it's this node here. It's not this node. It's the pre-nerf version. It's the unnerfed node, bro. That's what it is. So they nerfed it because it was so strong. So basically, if there's a podcast anyway, whenever they introduce this node into the game, which is a percentage of your armor applies to elemental damage taken from hits, and I was pogging out over it, right? And everyone else is like saying it's L. What are you gonna do? They're all saying it's gonna be ZDPS. It's gonna be trash. It was like talking mad shit, and I was like, I hadn't solved damage yet, but what I knew was mechanically this is completely broken. And yes, mechanically this is completely broken. So, and to the point where it got nerfed, and they took it out of the game. But now they're putting it into the game, but only for fire damage. Bro. What, if they have other versions of this as well, GG, you've got an invulnerable character. Stack armor, take these. Yeah, you're going to get fucked up by degens, whatever, who cares? Boom. Lock in, get armor. Wait, endurance charges don't do the same thing they used to. If endurance charges give you PDR, you basically stack PDR. Well, not even stack PDR. Just stack armor. Just stack armor. All you do is you stack armor. Right? Boom. Insane life. Basically 900% EHP. 900% EHP. Okay? Now, if there's cold and lightning versions of this, GG, easy. If they don't exist, then what you do is you just make cold and fire take as fire. And you make cold and lightning take as fire, right? So you convert the damage taken to fire, and then you use this to really abuse it. So you just do that. So, I mean, you can do it in PoE 1, but the question is, I don't know what uniques. Is there Watcher's Eyes jewels that exist? Do we have auras that let us do that? Is there like a unique item that gives conversion? Is it just a mod on an influence piece of gear? Is there even influence gear in this game? Are they going to announce influence gear? I don't know. But there probably is a way to take cold and lightning damage as fire in PoE 2. So, yeah.
2 nodes still last because they're really interesting. Heatproofing is located towards the outer edge and makes 25% of armor also apply to fire damage taken from hits. This is extremely strong on its own. Anyone who's been playing PoE 1 for a while will recognise this from a similar stat that used to be on the Juggernaut, which made 8% of armor apply to elemental damage from hits.
Yeah.
Armor applied to elemental or chaos damage is calculated post-resistance mitigation, and since armor is more effective against smaller hits, is extremely powerful when mitigating damage that has already been filtered down by resistance. This node is only for fire damage, but it's still very strong regardless. It will be interesting to see if we end up having mechanics such as Tempered by War in PoE 2 to make this type of notable far stronger. Now, speaking...
literally, that's what I'm thinking. He's already thinking what I'm thinking, bro. I mean, literally, yeah. You think what I'm thinking, right? That's what you got to think. That's 100% the play. 100% the play. Like, 100% play. Now, does it exist in PoE 2? We don't know. The thing is, it's still going to be broken because how many bosses are going to have giga fire damage and then you're just basically going to be super tanky versus that fire damage? Wait, what's this? 2% of max... Wait, 2% max fire risk for each... 40% uncapped fire is? Why does Alt-Tab not work when you're in a full-screen video anymore, bro? I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this shit, bro. It's pissing me off. Gets in the maths here, chat. It's in the maths here. 90 minus 75 equals 15 times by... Wait, divide times by... Wait, divide by 2 times by 40. 300% risk for max cap. So if you get 300% over cap, then you are literally capped fire risk 90%. 340? Did I do the math wrong? Whatever. Yeah, 300%, 300, 320. You're all just saying random numbers. Chat, are you slow? Okay. Oh, you guys are going, well, are you reading this? Gain to max. Okay. 2% to maximum fire resistance for each 40% uncapped fire resistance. So 300 over, right? So 40. So 300 divide by, right? Divide by, we'll do it reverse, chat. We'll do it reverse. 300 divided by 40 is 7.5, right? 7.5 times 2 is 15 max res. 15 max res plus 75 base is 90 max res. True, wait, it might be, wait, there's a chance it could be even less. You can't get 50 measures, you're going to get 16 and 14. Okay, whatever. Dude, bro, the reality is 300-ish over cap. 300-ish over cap. 300-ish over cap. You just, 300-ish over cap. Well, not even over cap. No, that's just 300 flat. It's just uncapped. It's not even over cap. So it's actually just have like 320 or whatever. 300, whatever. Or you go 40 under 320, so 280. And then get 1 max res. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Okay, that seems quite strong. Depending on how high the res rolls are on gear. We've seen, though, res rolls are strong on gear. It looks like PoE 1 stats, from what we can tell. So you can imagine breach rings with fire res on them. Pretty potent. Imagine a breach ring with 50% effect of resistance, and then it's got T1 fire res with T1 all res. That's going to be like, just those 2 rings alone are going to be at like 200 fire res. Instantly.
For fire damage, Unnatural Resilience is located nearby on the outer edge of the tree. This one grants 2% to maximum fire resistance per 40% uncapped fire resistance. Uncapped resistance is any resistance you have above 0%. So, by just having 80% fire resistance, you can take this node to increase your maximum fire resistance from its 75% default maximum up to 79%, which, just like the previous node, is incredibly good value to improve your defense against fire damage.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's nice. Wait, what the hell? Just taking it by itself is raw dog is good. Wait, that's actually kind of potent. Not even going for 90. Yeah, that's just a really strong node by itself.
But this one gets...
That's just really good. Wait a minute. That's actually just really good. What? That's really good. No, I don't think about it like that. I'm thinking about, okay, capping, right? Because I'm a capping Andy. But, like, if you think about it, literally, max res per point is definitely worth it. If you can get 1% max res per point, you take it every time. You take it every time. And this is, you're talking like, where was it on the tree? Oh, wait a minute. What's it behind? What, 1, 2, 3, 4? No, it's still fine. Okay, so even assuming these aren't one, because even if these nodes were literally blank, it's still worth taking it. Assuming these aren't max res, this is still worth it. Yeah, so that's really strong. But you can just make fire damage, like you can delete fire damage from the game in this version of the PoE. Let me just write that down. Unnatural Resilience. I can't spell resilience. I can't spell resil. R-E-S-I-L. I'm a dyslexic. I-E-N. Unnatural Resilience. 4% max virus. Yeah, if there's conversion in the game, this is going to be like the most overpowered defensive layer in the game, I think. I feel like if you can make armor protect fire damage and you can then increase your fire res and then convert lightning and cold to fire, it's going to be the most broken elemental defense in the game.
To maximum fire resistance per 40% uncapped fire resistance. Uncapped resistance is any resistance you have above 0%. So, by just having 80% fire resistance, you can take this node to increase your maximum fire resistance from its 75% default maximum up to 79%, which, just like the previous node, is incredibly good value to improve your defense against fire damage.
Conversion's not removed. We've seen this conversion in the game. It's just been really, really small. But we haven't seen the uniques, right? We haven't seen the uniques, bro.
But this one gets significantly stronger when used with Cloak of Flame, a unique body armor.
40% physical taking us fire damage. Yep, nutty. Nutty, bro, nutty. That's such a sad item, though, bro. Oh, wait, it actually got buffed out the wazoo, though, didn't it? Because the worst thing about Cloak of Flame was the stupid fucking... You're trying to six-link it with the right colors, right? And now you don't need to worry about that in PoE 2, right? You don't even have to worry about that in PoE 2. Yeah, this is physical damage. 40% physical damage taken as fire. And that's not physical damage from hits, by the way, chat. That's not with the hits. So that includes degens and everything. Like, literally all damage. This is a one line alone. Like, it literally could have none of these other stats. Like, this is why it's such a sad item. Like, This is so strong that it just makes it GG and overpowered. And it just, you know, it's like, do you really be wearing this shit-ass level 21 cloak, though, bro, versus, like, some badass in-game chest? I mean, yeah, you do, because it's broken.
That we know exists in PoE 2. 40% of physical damage is taken as fire damage, so you're able to mitigate that damage with your fire resistance, including damage over time such as bleeding. Meanwhile, the Cloak of Flame also provides a large amount of fire resistance, helping to further boost the effectiveness of this combo by scaling even more maximum fire resistance from Unnatural Resilience. Like the life node from earlier, I expect a lot of warrior builds to be picking up both of these fire...
Yeah, dude, that's me. That's me, bro. This is me. He's talking about me right now. I'm just saying, this is looking potent. Like I'm liking the synergy there too. Like all we need is a trifecta though. You need the conversion of other elemental damage taken to fire, which that's going to exist, isn't it? It's going to exist.
Defense notables because of just how effective they are with minimal investment. And that's it. A handful of interesting passive tree notables from the strength aligned portion of the passive tree in PoE 2. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see some more notables and keystones from other parts of the tree, make sure to subscribe as I'll be making more videos in the time between now and launch on December 6th. Thanks for watching this video, and as always, stay tuned and stay safe.
Yo, my man, bro, my man. Hey, Dreamcore with another fucking video where he just fucking has all... He literally is the announcement guy now, bro. This guy's the announcement guy. Like, dude, GGG fired. GGG fired. The new guy, Dreamcore is the announcement guy. He's doing the announcements for you, buddy.